found this video today. It was updated 5 days ago, so it actually shows the new functionality. It is old, September 30th, but it's going to show you what the site's actually meant to do. It's
Meant to do, not that it does.
That it does,
Oh,
yeah.
those are two different
We'll
things.
go back through all that too. So this
For
only-
people like Dan, it, you know, meant to do.
Small subtlety.
Yeah.
Keely, please, have a seat.
And we're here to talk about the announcement that just went out around the Kelly Guide for setting up your agent site. As you guys know, we just made a big transformation and moving compliance into Command. And now we're on to our second transformation of moving agent sites from a bolt-on technology into something that's connected to Command as well. Now, we sent out some emails before on the steps to get ready, and let's review those really fast. So within Command, if you go to your landing pages and you click on the question mark and click on Keller Williams University and search on Kelly Guide there, you're going to see an article around getting started with agent sites. Now, if you remember, the very first step was to download your Playster content. What we want you to do here is make sure that anything that you want to keep, even if you don't think you need it, you click the button over there to download all of your content, you put that into a safe place. That's the first step. In case you want it later or you want to refer back to it, we want to make sure you have that content. So let's not forget to do that. The second piece was, let's collect a bunch of information that you're going to need to do the next step, which is run through the Kelly Guide, which just got announced. And that is collect your pictures, think through what you want to say on your website. You may want to update what you had on your Playster site into what's new with you today. And so get that all in your head or write it down and get ready to run through the Kelly Guide. And now we're on step 3, which is setting up your agent site using the agent site Kelly Guide. And so you're going to see that light up inside of your landing page section of Command. You're going to go to the middle tab, which is Agent Site Page. You're going to click on that tab. At the very bottom of that page, you're going to see Learn More with Kelly Guides. Click that link, and this is going to take you through the various steps of setting up your agent site. Caitlin, you want to talk about what's happening in each step?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a few main steps. We're going to choose and claim our subdomain. Then we're going to do some styling and put content on the agent site and then create it basically. So we'll get started. So the first step is to claim a domain. So if you have a Playster site today, then when you come in here, you're actually going to see the subdomain name that you have today already there. So if you already have NicoleBurton.taw.com today, it'll be there. If you don't have a Playster agent site today, then this will be blank. And when you come to this page, you'll be able to type in any subdomain you want. So in this case, we already have Nicole Burton. And then you'll hit claim. And then if it's available, you'll have that subdomain, and that will now be your agent site, and we're going to configure that.
And this subdomain is a set of words or your name .kw.com, and that can be used as a public URL for anyone to get to your agent site. Now, if you already have a custom URL like westcoasthomes.com that you registered with Google or GoDaddy, you would go into that system settings and point it at this subdomain. So westcoasthomes.com would point to nicoleburton.kw.com so that you could maintain that public URL that's a custom URL that you already have.
Exactly. And then on this same page, you'll be able to update your marketing profile if you haven't already. So most of you have probably already done this in Command, but here's where you make sure you have your name and business name, address, office number, bio, all of that filled out. The reason that's important is this appears on the page. So for instance, in this contact form on the page, it says Nicole Burton there. You can watch as we change this, it actually changes the information on the page live. So this shows you for every field you fill out here where it's going to appear on your agent site. So we'll change this back to Nicole. So we already have all of this filled out right now. One thing to point out is we let you configure your own legal footer and add your own legal links. So here you can basically create a link name. So let's say you just have a link name. You can see it's updating here on the left. We can add whatever the URL is. And then this is a way for you to add your own compliance or legal links for your site. upload your DBA logo, team logo. All of these will appear on this page. So this team logo here, you can see in the top left, appears right there.
Now, all of this may have already been done in your marketing profile if you set up any of your smart plans and your email campaigns. We've asked you for this information before. If we haven't, we'll bring it forward. Here's your opportunity to change it. And anything you change here, we'll record as part of your marketing profile.
Exactly. All right, so next step. So the next step is to configure the theming of the page. So right now we just have a couple basic themes. There's a red theme and a dark theme. We're gonna hopefully have more of those in the near future. You can also configure all of the main copy on the page. So we could say, find your dream neighborhood. You can see it changed on the left right here. We can upload our own hero image. So these are basically the background images of the site. We have some default ones here that you can use if you like those. So we'll continue there.
Now, if you had more than one background image, what's going to happen is every time someone hits that site, the background image is going to keep changing. So
Exactly.
that's a feature that we've added. So you could put 2 or 3 or 5 images that you like and drop them in there, and it'll rotate through those.
Exactly. So now we're on the step where you configure your subpages. So this is where you can launch an About Me page, contact us, about the team, company profile. In the Kelly Guide, we have 3 default ones that we have you configure. That's the company profile, About Me, and Contact Us. But if this isn't enough, in Command, you can go and create additional ones, like an About the Team page, for instance. So here we're going to configure the company profile first, just to show an example of what that looks like. So for each page, you can basically enter in your own SEO descriptors. So basic best practices here might be to put in some of the zip codes that you and your team work in, neighborhood names, team members that people might be searching for. So what this is for is when people search for a zip code and your team name on Google or any other search engine, this helps optimize how you rank in that search engine so that people will find your agency.
Right, so you may even put in a school district name where you have a good concentration of production.
And then for each page, you customize the content. So same thing as the splash page. You can say about the company, and you can see that edited live right there on the left. You can upload your own hero image there. And then you can basically configure all the sections below that about the place, about your office, and more info about the team. And again, on this page, you can configure legal footer. If you need different legal information on a particular page, you can add that. So again, now we're configuring the About Me page, same thing. We've kind of already done this here, so we're going to skip over this real quick. Oh, looks like we left something out, SEO. So it looks like right now it's requiring SEO descriptors, but in the future, I don't think that will be the case. There we go. Okay, there we go. So we've configured all the subpages and set up our own domain. And so now our agent site in the next 5 minutes will actually be out there.
Right. Well, not necessarily the next 5 minutes. So right now, we want you to go through this Kelly Guide to claim your subdomain and get your site ready. On October 1st, we're going to be doing the cutover from your previous Playster site into the agent site only if you haven't extended with Playster. So if you didn't extend with Playster, there's nothing to do other than run through this Kelly Guide sometime before October 1st so that we can collect all the information that you want to present onto your agent site. And so you run through this, and we're going to create an agent site for you. So let's give them an example of what we just created.
Yeah, so this is Nicole Burton's site. This is the splash page, and you can see here when we refresh, we get different backgrounds. As you pointed out earlier, you can upload multiple. So here in the top right, you can see all the different subpages that we've created. Here we can jump to the company profile. So this is the About the Company page that we showed earlier. We haven't finished filling it out yet, so it's not all completed. The About Me page, Contact Us, social media links, and all of those will be here for any user who comes to the site to learn more about you and your team.
Cool.
Yeah, and then the entire agent site is a full nationwide listing search experience. So here, as soon as users come to your site, they can actually search for any listing, any city, any neighborhood, school district, zip code, and this is where they'll actually be able to explore the full, the new KWS listing search that we're rolling out.
Now, you have a site here that's already been created by one of our lab users, I think it was called Emerald Coast.
Yes.
So Emerald Coast created a site already, and you want to walk through some of the features?
Yeah, so here we are on the same search experience for Emerald Coast. You can see we have a different team logo here now. So let's look at Philadelphia. So we can search for any city. You can see all the listing results here. As we zoom in, we'll actually start to see the neighborhoods in the area. So this is really cool. Just like you can view a listing on any other real estate search experience, you can actually view neighborhoods on the KW agent site. So this means you can click on a neighborhood and basically explore what is in that neighborhood, what it's like to live there, and the homes that are in it. So here's an example neighborhood called Zilker West. And we can see here there's 39 homes for sale. We can see the market stats, the same market stats that are on Kelly, pulled into the neighborhood for users to see. You can drill into those market stats. What locals say, so this is basically shows what it's like to live in the neighborhood. This is sourced from people actually living in that area. So a lot of people here say that there's a lot of live music.
Sounds like a lot of tattoos as well.
A lot of tattoos. And then commute times. So if, as a user, you sign up for this site, one of the things you can do is add, say, a place of work. So let's say we add, what would be a good place? We already have Keller Williams here, so maybe...
Yeah, Frost Tower downtown.
Yeah, that works. So Frost Bank Tower, it's a bank here in Austin. So now every neighborhood and listing we look at, we can see what the commute time from this neighborhood we're looking at is to that location. Cool. Could view all the public and private schools there, top places in the area, so by category like nightlife, restaurants, groceries, all the homes for sale in that area, and then nearby neighborhoods, which we can easily jump to by just clicking on them.
All right, so what are some of the key features on the agent sites that consumers can look forward to?
Absolutely. So here on the Emerald site, so a user can, for any listing, they can save it to a collection. So pretty simple. Collections are like Pinterest boards for real estate. So we can click the heart here. You can see I already have a few collections created. I have my default one called Caitlin's Favorites. And then I have a Dream Homes one that I just created. So we can check those off. And now those are added to my Dream Homes and my Favorites collection. In my profile, I can go view that collection. So I can see Caitlin's Favorites, Dream Homes. So we can click on one of these right here. And then looks like we have one all the way down in Austin too, but it shows where all of the homes I favorited in this collection are on the map. And we can jump right to those. And we can even look at the Dream Homes collection. You can see again where they are on the map right here. The other thing we can do is when we're searching, a lot of users might be interested in getting updates on a particular area that they're looking at over time. So what we've created is something called Save Searches. So I'm going to view one that I've already created here. I have a Dream Neighborhood Save Search. So what this does is I can create a save search for a particular neighborhood or city or any other search criteria with some filters, and then I will then get updates on a weekly basis of new listings and price changes in that save search area. So I'll create one to kind of walk you through that. So let's say we're interested in this neighborhood. So Harrogate South. We can click here to save a search. We can say, we can name this investment neighborhood. Now by default, we have toggled on email notifications. So when a user saves a search with this toggle on, that means they'll get those weekly updates. So we'll click save. And now I can always go here to the drop list and view all the saved searches I have. You can see investment neighborhoods we just created here. Now what will happen is each week, I'll get an email that looks just like this. So this email is branded to the agent of the agent site that it was created on. And I can see here all the new listings and price changes for in that area based on the criteria that the consumer saved. And when users create the safe search, this is really cool, we'll actually push those back to commands, and you'll see on the contact when a client has actually created the safe search on your site. So you can see what they're looking at, what they're interested in, and the same updates that they're getting on a weekly basis.
So that's all part of the connected platform we've been creating, right? So now we can have consumer connected to command and the agent, and you can see everything that's going on from, as you mentioned, safe searches to actual activity of when they visited the agent site.
Yep, end to end.
All right, so we wanted to give you a quick tour through this. Hopefully this was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, drop them in the comments below this post. And we hope you like this. Give us a shout one way or the other so that we know how to make this better. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So that was a month ago. Remember we were supposed to roll out on October 1st? And then we got a reprieve till the end of October. And then Playster kind of cut us loose at the end of October. So now we're off of Playster websites, except for those that continue to stay with them and pay for it. So all of that talked about functionality is actually in play right now. So if we dig in a little bit, how many people have completed their marketing profile or know where to find it? Okay?
Am I the only one who didn't raise my hand?
That's okay, that's okay.
We raised it for you.
I can tell by the look. Agent.kw.com, log in. This really doesn't take that long. If you're okay working with pictures and dragging and dropping, that kind of thing, it doesn't take that long. So just a real quick note, that video that we just saw is really easy to get to. I think part of what's overwhelming about the technology coming so fast is that you get caught up in there's too much too quick, right? So once you log into command, if you click on your name up here, everybody talks about the tech-enabled website. That we're going to find 2 clicks and you can get there. Under your name, just go to command training. Command training will take you right to the tech-enabled website, and I'll show you where I found the video. So I always scroll to the bottom of the page and then work my way back up, because I think I miss things if I end up starting at the top. So all the way down at the bottom of the page here, you'll see this carousel. The carousel, actually, you can click on anything you want to learn on. Contacts, campaigns, groups, and scroll. Designs, smart plans, local insights, referrals, scroll again, and you're going to find sites. So just go down to the bottom of the tech-enabled website, and you click on sites, and you can click on learn more. And then this is start with your site. So again, I like to scroll down to the bottom, and there's the video. So just make sure you're looking all the way. We always joke in IT that most users are 3 clicks away from I don't care. Click once, click twice, click 3. I'm done. You got to be at least 5 clicks. Yeah. So back to command dashboard. Under your name, go to settings. Yeah. Under settings, your marketing profile is going to be under connect settings. So under the connect settings divider on the page there, you'll see the marketing profile. Everybody there with me? Okay. Click on marketing profile. So what the marketing profile will do is it will brand you on any designs that you create, any print flyers that you create, any parts of websites. The web actually takes 2 different sets of profiles. Your web profile, or the Kelly Guide, and the marketing profile. Merges both of those pieces of information together to create the branding on your page.
Okay, I'm not there, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I missed a click or something.
Where you at? You're on the
Okay.
Keller homepage?
On the home page, I went to settings and then
Go to the connect settings.
connect settings.
Yep,
Okay.
that's a confusing.
And then
part.
marketing.
And then marketing, yeah.
Okay.
Once you're here, you can just put in first name, last name, grab a photo somewhere of yourself and put it in there. You can always change it later. It's, you know, you can change it anytime you log in, so. Team logo. I'm not really on a team, but I have a logo, so I put my logo in there. It's not a team, but a team of one. Right? And then your bio, mobile phone number. This logo is actually on the Keller intranet site, and I'll post it or send it off to all you guys, so you can actually use the one that they're suggesting that we use for the brokerage logo. And then, if you have any questions about the Market Center license number, 21851. Just want to make sure that's in there, right? Because right now, it's not a required field. I think, I don't know if you haven't filled it out, if it is a required field. Down a little farther, you can put in any social media stuff that you have, either for you, the team, however you want to set it up. Facebook Pixel is coming online, and that's more for ad tracking. I haven't heard anything if they put it online yet, but I know it's coming. It's planned before, probably before the Google Analytics ID, and that's the same thing for ad tracking. And then down here, make sure you get your branded KW app link in there, because when consumer comes out, as far as I know, the link is going to stay the same, and then people will get your new consumer mobile app.
Where do we get that?
Where do you find your
Yeah.
current one? So do you have the old red Keller Williams app on your phone?
Yes.
The easiest way to do it is text it to yourself. So go into the app and say, you know, share with somebody, text it to yourself.
Okay.
It's,
The link will
looks-
be there.
Yeah, it looks
Okay.
just,
Weird, like weird stuff.
Yeah.
I know I have seen it before, but.
yeah, that's the easiest way to find it.
Okay.
What I do is I text it to myself, and I just keep that text to myself open so that I can send it to people. And I just copy it and send it. So that's the marketing profile, which encompasses, like I said, print material, listings, personalized web pages. That also uses your web profile. So now, you guys want a little bit of time to fill this out, or you're just gonna take notes and then fill it out later? Honestly, this really doesn't take that long, and I'm willing to wait.
No, I'm good.
You're good? Okay. So the next one we wanna go to is the Kelly Guide. So this is, see how it says up here in the top corner, it says Marketing Profile Kelly Guide? That's basically what we're in right now. You can do it via the Kelly Guide, or you can just go in and do it in a list format, the way that we're doing it. So, a couple different ways to get to everywhere. So if we go back out and go down to Sites, so we'll just click on the red button here, go down to Sites, right? Sites will take you to, should be a page that looks similar to this, landing pages, agent sites, and neighborhood pages. Yep. So down on the very bottom, in the left-hand corner, you'll see Learn More with Kelly Guides. It really should say Agent Website Kelly Guide, because it's not very descriptive compared to the other one, right? Click on that.
Mine doesn't have that.
Let's wait about to scroll up a little.
Mine not all the way go that way. It's,
Be at the bottom. Oh, except cookies. You got the cookie banner. Yep. There it is.
There it is.
Yep.
Okay.
It's hiding on you.
Yep. that cookie banner. Just remember to eat all the cookies.
Okay.
So what provider would you like to use for your site? KW agent site? I'm assuming if we're setting up agent sites, then that's the one you're gonna wanna use, the top one. Or if you've decided you wanna stay and pay placement to your site, you can select this and, or other options, and they'll just kick you out. So, click on the top one, and then click, I'll run through it again. Click submit. So it starts with the bar up here that doesn't have any green on it, right? So you haven't got anything going yet. Down here, there's a little get started button. Click on the get started button. There's a compliance reminder, acknowledge and continue. And here's where you get the choice of picking your own domain name. So you can have it first last name, you can have it first hyphen last name, dot last name, however you want to set it up, you can set it up. So mine was robert.eikenberry@kw.com. The .kw.com will always remain, it's on their .com site, so that'll remain the same, but you can put a vanity name in front of that, of whatever you choose, provided it hasn't been taken by somebody already. So to do that, over on the right-hand side, just select what you want to use. You'll notice the kw.com is already provided, so you just select the first part of it, and then say confirm domain. It'll go out and check to make sure nobody else is named John Smith, because John Smith can only have one website. Marketing profile, so this is basically what you filled out before, just being forwarded over in here, and it should populate. If not, just fill this out. Chances are they've asked for this before if you've gone into Smart Plans or other places in Command. They may have popped up and said, hey, you need to complete your marketing profile or something. Again, if you have any of your social media links, might as well drop them in, let people know who you are. At the bottom, there's a KW app link. Anything with the red asterisk is going to be required. Anything without is going to be optional. You don't have to fill it out. You can always come back and do the Kelly Guide again and overwrite anything that, either you made a mistake or the link doesn't work. Save and continue on that one. Second one, the second style and theme portion of it is when they say red theme or dark theme, all they're talking about right now is the little red KW logo. You click dark theme, you're going to get a black logo. You click red theme, you're going to get a red logo. Other than that, there's really, I've not seen any other functionality yet. Homepage text. This is the text that's going to go right above the search bar, so you can put whatever you want in there. Beautiful Maui homes, or I came up with something a little kitschy that says, "Your wish is my command."
Okay, before you go any further on that,
Sure.
because it said it needed something, and I don't know where to put it. Sorry, class, to slow you down.
No worries.
Just don't go in reverse, okay?
So it says you need something, so you need your professional job title. So, Realtor, option R.
My statement continues as an error message.
Let's see.
Option R.
Make
Option R.
sure to use the secured HTTPS.
Oh,
Don't play.
What's the registered trademark in there? If you want to be really, really compliant, it's Realtor is all caps,
Is it this?
no space, option R.
wow.
Then you look super hot diggity dog.
Okay, so now you're at, okay, we're at the right spot.
Yeah. So now, you put that in, you forwarded it onto the next step right here in theme now, right?
Style and theme.
Style and theme.
Right.
So at the top of that, it's gonna be red. Do you want the red logo or do you want the dark logo? You choose. And then scroll down, it's whatever you want there. Start your neighborhood search today or whatever. Then it goes down to what they call the hero images. Excuse me. The hero images, you can use any of the images that you have, or steal some of those, that's fine. He's got some great pictures. Oh.
You're looking for stock photos.
Yeah. Bo's got some really good stock photos.
There you go.
I hear they're not too expensive either.
Just make up pricing.
Yeah. So the thing with this is you can have up to 5, but in order to add one, you have to delete one. You have to make space for it. So if you have 5 there, you can't just add 5 more. Because then you have 10. So you just, yeah.
Then it will look like Maui did.
And then you can go get any of the fancy photos that you have wherever, right? You have some nice ones.
Yeah, as long as it's not copyrighted.
Once you get done with that, that's the easy part of the homepage, because the rest of it's gonna come in. Phone number, your email, we're gonna place it all for you, you don't have to touch any of that. Save and continue. Now you're at the third step. The third step has 3 pieces to it. It's gonna be the about us. So people tend to get hung up on the SEO description. You can put whatever you want in there or nothing in there. Their suggestion was zip codes. I would form a sentence that, finding and selling great homes on Maui, something like that. So that when they search, if they're searching maybe your name in Maui, it just boosts the search engine, your results up a little bit.
Somehow it uploaded with corporate information because it changed my name.
It did on mine too, yeah. So there is,
So can we do that once a week just to keep us on our toes?
yeah, I guess, yeah. Mine, I had my site all set and I went through the Kelly guide again. Make sure you save the thing